What's going on, people? So it is that time when I do my little quarterly pickup video. Usually I would do these, I try to do them like right after the quarter ends, and I'm close. I mean, it's the 13th, so I'm not super far off or whatever. Who knows when you'll actually see this, but I mean, given that they take like little to no editing, hopefully soon, you know what I mean? So anyways, as I often do, I'm going to start this thing with the shoes that you don't see here. Well, one of them you do see here. I'm going to start this with like the shoes that I bought for other people, right? So let's see, we'll go in order, right? So the first thing would be the AE, what is that? Anthony Edwards, I think, right? AE1 Low, the Metamorphosis colorway. I put a question out there into the little thing where you can write stuff to people or whatever. The posts section is also called community if you're on the YouTube mobile application on your cellular device. So on there, put a little question out there saying, hey man, like basketball shoes, what's some good ones, Got to get some for this kid, And people are like, well, how old's the kid? Well, they didn't ask that, but they did focus on like the kid thing a lot, which I thought was weird, because to me it's like a good shoe is like a good shoe regardless of age, right? But either way, so that was one of the things that somebody said, and there were some other things in there. Some of them just looked awful. I'm not giving any money to that, period. Don't care how good it is. And then there was something else, the Hardens. Somebody did say those, which I considered. But when I went to Dick's Sporting Goods, because I wanted to just get something that, and just send it off, yeah, they didn't have any of those. And I was like, well, okay. They had some online, but I guess like the store, I guess, was sold out or something at that point. Either way, so I got him those, sent them off to him. He liked them a whole lot. So whoever it was that said that, I do appreciate it. Can't remember who it was. Weird. Well, actually, it's not weird. I see a lot of names. I see a lot of comments. Anyway, so moving on past that, one thing that you do see here, right? So this video actually just went up, I don't know, like 2 days ago or something. These Air Max 90s, like these Army ones, I think this was the one where I was like going through all my allergy stuff, right? Which I tell you, I take so much stuff to keep this under control, but like a lot of people who have bad allergies, they'll tell you, like, you have the good days and you have the ones where things just are not going right. And that was one of those. But either way, yeah, these, I really like how they did these, as far as like attention to detail and like the quality of it and all that stuff. Again, I just don't like the fact that it's camo. That's just dumb to me. But they're not for me, so what's it even matter? All right, now let's move on into the stuff that I picked up for myself, right? Of course, as I always do, these are in order in which I bought them. So there's that. This first thing here is going to be the Vans Less Than Jake. What is this? Just classic maybe? No, the old school, right? So yeah, it's made off of their Uncharted EP that came out not too long ago, right? So it's sold pretty decently, but then there were some sizes that just stuck around possibly forever. They might still be there. Like the Hello Rockview ones kind of just moved on very quickly. But yeah, these right here, I like them a whole lot as far as like the visual piece. But hey, I'm a big Less Than Jake guy, right? And they got this cool box and stuff, right? So yeah, I saw these. They only made like a couple hundred pairs or something. And me being me, I was like, well, I am going to be at home or wherever, somewhere, when I need to be there so I can make sure I get these. And I did. The effort was largely for nothing because, like I said, they didn't move super fast. But knowing that I got them was well worth the price of admission and the extra effort to me. Moving along, this one right here. This is the Black and Lucid Lemon Adidas Adizero Evo SL, right? A lot of stuff was going through my head just there. So yeah, I picked these up from End Clothing, right? Because like this color, I don't know if it was released in the States yet or if it's not going to be, but the only people that had it were like European places. And so I was like, well, if that's how this has to be, fine. Who wants my money and can get this to me as quickly as possible? Not that I really need it. I mean, I haven't even worn these yet. I bought these to do a performance review. Did the performance review like the other day, right? It's actually, the thing went up today, right? Completely forgot that I had these. So it was like, why did I even buy these? But anyways, so there's that. Very cool shoes. Big fan of those, right? Nice daily trainer, as they say. And they're really nice for race day as well, right? You know what isn't nice for any of those things though? This right here. This is the Nike Pegasus Premium. I think the Vomero Premium is the next premium to come up. And in case you're curious, Nike has like 3 tiers for their running shoes. They have like the daily stuff, like for the Pegasus. They have the comfort stuff for the Vomeros, and they have the support stuff for the structure, right? And within each of those, there will be 3. There will be the standard, the premium, and the plus, right? I believe that's how that's working. Actually, I think it's the Pegasus Plus that's coming next. I think that's the one that's just extra thick. Either way, these, yeah, they kind of suck a whole lot, right? Wasn't thrilled about this. And they were so freaking expensive, you know? I'm just like, I think these were like $210, like retail and stuff. Yeah, so, I mean, they're cool looking. Like, they are very cool looking, right? Walking around in them, I mean, they're mildly comfort for that, but they're like wobbly and stuff. Running in them, oh, it is not ideal, not even a little bit. I did it. I pulled a really good time that day, somehow. It wasn't the shoes, I tell you that. But the thing is, I mean, you put in enough effort, you know, as far as like running stuff goes, put in enough effort, you can do all right in mostly anything. Okay, this is going to be the, what do you call this? The Jordan 11 Bread Low, right? Or Jordan 11 Low Bread, whatever. You got it. It's this right here. Pick these up from, this will be a Foot Locker box because it has like my name thing on the side, right? So yeah, I remember seeing my cousin, my sister had a pair of these some time ago. I think that was like 2016, 2017 when we were somewhere and she had those on. I was like, oh, those are pretty cool. That's what I said in my head. And that was kind of the end of it. Just kept it in the back of there. Like whenever I would see Jordan 11, I was like, I wonder if they'll ever do those in a low. Because I like lows more than I like the highs or whatever. And then they did. And I bought them 2 times, right? Why exactly? I honestly don't remember. I know I talked about it in the review, but I can't remember why that happened, right? It's weird, but you know, it's one of those things. It made sense at the time, and so now here I am with both of them, and that's just a thing that happens from time to time. So yeah. Oh, and the thing is, like, I don't watch my own reviews, right? Like, I see it enough as I'm editing, and after that, it is dead to me, right? Like, all the videos, they're just dead to me. They do not matter anymore. So, I'm not going to watch it and see, like, well, what did I have to say about this? It's just going to be forever lost unless I happen to remember. Moving along, this one right here is a Jordan 12 Retro. It is the mellow colorway, right? So, you got this white and this university blue thing going on. Very cool. I meant to wear these, but then I've been doing so much running, and usually like whatever shoes I'm gonna break in for that time frame, like I'll be wearing those to work and stuff that day, and then I'll run later. And so when I got these, as much as I liked them and was like, yeah, I'd like to wear these. I think that's when I was going through all those Brooks shoes, and I just had so many models to get through, and these just kind of fell by the wayside. It happens, but they're really nice, so hopefully soon I'll get to wear those out into the world the one time before I put them in the box again for another like 3 years. It's kind of how things tend to work around here. Okay, so between that box and this box is where you would have seen those AE1s if they were for me, because that's, you know, where I bought them. Anyway, so this right here, the Kayano 32, I was actually just running in these this morning. Doing little last minute runs, comparisons and whatnot to finalize some thoughts and stuff, right? Definitely a clear winner. Well, I don't say clear winner, but it's definitely a winner over the 31. I did like the 31 a whole lot, but it's just like the minor adjustments they made on these, it's enough, right? So it's definitely like a better shoe, right? But anyway, so yeah, the Kayano 32 in the Luxe colorway. I do have a standard one. You'll see that review at some point, right? And then you'll see it again at my third quarter review, I suppose. But yeah, I do like the Kayano series a whole lot. I'm very biased in that way, I guess, sure. But at the same time, those do actually do well for what they were made to do, right? It's not going to be like your go-to for speed or anything. It's not like the most comfortable shoe you'll ever put on or whatever. But man, like, it just feels right. Like when I walk in those, like, compared to everything else, it's just like my favorite one to just have on. All right. I will say these have seen better days. So yeah, I still can't believe these things are $290, dude. Like, what is going on with shoe prices? But anyway, so this is going to be the Saucony Endorphin Elite 2. Yeah. So these right here, very cool, very nice. Like I ran, I did like some 5K in these, the Independence Day 5K, you know, which was for a good cause. That cause being obviously America, so yay for that, I suppose. But yeah, I was out there, did pretty well. I think that I'm gonna go back and say that track had to have been mismeasured because like I was moving decently, sure, but like my final time they said was like a what 1940 something, and I was like, I don't think that I was doing like a 6:20-ish pace. I don't think, like, close for a lot of it, sure, maybe like some 6:30s, but I don't know about 6:20s, which I guess isn't a big difference when you think about it like that. But I'm just saying. Anyways, so these right here, these have been working out great. Like I wore these to some Saucony event last week, right? It was a good time. Like they had this like predictor 2 mile thing. So you just kind of like write down on a paper, on your little bib paper, like what you think your 2 mile time will be. You run this course, and then you see how you did. But the thing is, you can't take any like any watches or phones or anything with you. You just have to like go and just like see how it goes. Some people are like really good at like pacing things. They were like, the top 5 were all within like a second or two of what they thought they would do, right? I put down 14 because I'm like, yeah, it should be easy to move at a 7-minute pace in these things, right? I don't even really have to work that hard to be at a 7 already. So if I'm just like doing okay, 14-ish. I took off running like so fast for no reason, and then like there's this gravel thing, and I'm like trying to pick up the pace because I'm like, did that slow me down? And at no point were there markers saying like how far along you were. So I'm just running, and I'm like, how long have I been doing this? I have no sense of time anymore, right? And then I saw this like finish line and asked the dude in front of me because I missed the timer. I'm like, what'd you get? He's like, 16 or 13:10. I'm like, I'll just say I got like 13:20 because I was like a little behind him, right? So yeah, definitely off. But hey, it was a good time though. Oh yeah, this. So these right here, boy, that is something. Let's bring that in real close light for you. Yeah, check that out. So this is the Nike React X Infinity Run 4. Yeah, I was about to say it's like something about a Pegasus. Yeah, React X Infinity Run 4. The Pegasus doesn't even have React X, at least not that one. But anyway, so yeah, these right here, I bought these for a color run, as you can kind of tell, because they were pristine before this. They were looking just fantastic. Remember that time when Shawn Michaels came out and like all the white, he's all like for his big match and stuff? Yeah, that's how I went into this thing. And then at the end, not so much, right? But it was cool, go around and do that. Those pants, though, they did not recover either. I put them through the washer. The washer did what it could. But the pants were like, nah, this is me now. And I was like, cool, got it. But yeah, these right here, as far as running goes, awful. Not great. Every step of the way, man, like, you just, like, hope that you're going to have some sort of, like, rebound, like, energy thing, some response in there. It's like, flat, start again. Flat, start again. So I'm just like, luckily they were cheap, so I don't mind that they got all messed up. But yeah, not a fan of those Infinity Run 4s. They started off so good. Remember those React Infinity Runs, like the ones that the gray and the green ones I got a while ago? Those seemed pretty nice, but then again, now that I look back, maybe they were terrible too. I don't know. From me to you, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. I have some follow-up reviews to do over those, the Edge in the Sky, and these. No, not these. Something. Where are they? Oh, the Kayano 32s. They're in a box now. I forgot about that. Yeah. Later, people.